Are you tired of empty promises and words that hold no weight? Do you yearn for a deeper understanding of love and compassion in your life? In this video, we explore the profound concept that love is not merely spoken words, but a transformative force that is expressed through our actions. 1. Being kind every day. Kindness practice, or metta, is an important part of Buddhist beliefs. It's a kind of love that goes beyond words and into actions. Metta is more than just being polite or nice. It is a deep, unconditional kindness that comes from knowing, caring about, and being linked with all living things. The practice of loving kindness meditation, also known as metta bhavana, has its roots in Buddhism. This meditation helps you feel love and kindness for yourself and others that knows no limits. Repeating phrases of well-wishing over and over again, starting with oneself, then moving on to loved ones, neutral people, tough people, and finally all beings. Being kind means doing something, no matter how small, to make other people's lives better. It means acting without expecting anything in return, only wanting the happiness and well-being of others. There are lots of ways to show kindness, from listening to someone who is upset and giving them a hug to going out of your way to help a stranger. It can be as easy as smiling or listening, or it can be as deep as giving your whole life to helping other people. Giving, or dana, is a Buddhist practice that is closely linked to being kind. Giving things isn't the only way to be generous. You can also be generous by giving your time, energy, and resources to help others. Buddha said, "If you knew what I know about the power of giving, you would not let a single meal pass without sharing it in some way." Compassion is the desire to make someone's life better, while empathy is the ability to understand and share their feelings. Buddhists believe that empathy and kindness are very important for spiritual growth. They assist us in seeing past our own wants and needs, and to understand how all living things are linked. Everyone is scared of violence and death. Putting yourself in someone else's shoes, you shouldn't kill or help someone kill. Being kind not only helps other people, but it also has huge health benefits for us. It makes you feel calm and happy on the inside, lowers your stress and worry, and is good for your health. Being kind breaks down the walls that separate us from others and makes us feel like we are all connected and depend on each other. For the same price of one candle, you can light thousands of others, and the candle will still last as long. When you share happiness, it never goes down. Kindness might seem like an easy thing to do, but it can be hard to put into practice. There are things like anger, jealousy, and ego that can get in the way of our ability to be kind. These problems are not impossible to solve. By practicing mindfulness and meditation, we can become more self-aware and gain the self-control we need to get past these problems and be kind, even when things are hard. A deep and life-changing part of Buddhist beliefs is practicing kindness. We can show our love and connection with all living things through it, and it helps us feel peaceful and happy inside. 2. Giving a good listen. Listening deeply is an important part of love. To listen deeply, we have to be in the present moment and let other people's experiences fill our hearts and thoughts. You should listen without judging and without having to answer or suggest a solution. To make others feel heard, understood, and respected, we need to listen deeply. We listen with our hearts as well as our ears. When we listen deeply, we listen to what the other person is saying about their thoughts, feelings, and experiences. We get to know them better and make a place where they can feel seen and heard. To listen with our hearts, we have to be present and pay attention. It means putting our own ideas and feelings aside and focusing on the person in front of us. It means being gentle and letting them say everything they want to say without cutting them off or judging them. Being able to listen without judging is one of the hardest parts of deep listening. There are times when it's hard to put aside our own opinions, views, and biases when we're listening to someone else. But when we listen with judgment, we put up a wall between ourselves and the person who is talking. We shut ourselves off from their feelings, which makes it harder for us to understand and feel what they're feeling. We need to be open and interested in others in order to listen without judging. Being open to hearing points of view that are different from our own, and the idea that we might be wrong is what it means. This means putting aside our own thoughts and views and letting the other person speak freely. One more important part of deep listening is to listen to understand, not to react. When we listen to someone, we're often already thinking about what we're going to say next. What the other person is saying isn't really being heard because we're waiting for our turn to talk. To fully understand what someone is saying, we have to be in the present time and only pay attention to them. It means asking questions to get more information and really trying to see things from their point of view. It means to be patient and let the talk flow naturally, without jumping in to answer or offer a solution. To listen deeply, we need to listen with kindness. Being compassionate means being able to understand and feel other people's pain and then show them love and care. When we listen with kindness, we make it safe for others to talk about their hurt and weakness. To listen with kindness, we need to be present and pay attention, as well as tune into the other person's thoughts and feelings. It means being there for them without judging them and reacting with kindness and care. It means realizing that everyone is linked to everyone else and that other people's pain is also our own pain. Deep hearing is good for both the person talking and the person listening. Deep listening helps us become more aware and present, and it also makes us better at understanding and caring for others. We build stronger relationships with others and make them feel seen, heard, and respected. Being able to listen deeply can help us understand ourselves better. People who listen to us carefully help us understand our own thoughts, feelings, and opinions. There is a greater understanding of ourselves as we become more aware of our own patterns of behavior. Listening deeply is an important part of love and a strong way to develop mindfulness, empathy, and compassion. To make others feel heard, understood, and respected, we need to listen deeply. We get to know ourselves better and strengthen our relationships with others. 3. Offering to forgive. To forgive someone is a deep and life-changing act of love that can heal scars, fix broken relationships, and bring peace to our minds and hearts. Buddhists don't see forgiving someone as a sign of weakness or submission. Instead, they see it as a sign of strength and kindness. It means realizing that everything we do, good or bad, affects other people and ourselves. We free ourselves from the weight of anger, resentment, and hate when we choose to forgive. We break free from the chains of the past and let healing and peace happen. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you agree with their bad actions or don't care about the pain they caused. That's why it's important to recognize the hurt and choose to react with kindness and understanding. Buddhist teachings stress how important it is to learn to forgive as a way to get rid of pain and find inner peace. While teaching, the Buddha said that hanging on to anger and resentment only makes things worse for ourselves and the person who hurt us. Keeping your anger inside is like giving someone poison and expecting them to die. We might see someone as a bad person or enemy when they hurt us. Following Buddhist lessons will help us remember that everything is linked and everyone wants to be happy and free from pain. When we see the person who hurt us as a person, we can start to see them with kindness and understanding. We can understand that they are also going through hard times and that their actions may have been caused by fear, ignorance, or misunderstanding. Impermanence, or the idea that nothing lasts forever and everything changes all the time, is one of the most important ideas in Buddhism. It's like holding on to a ghost from the past when we're angry and resentful. There is nothing permanent about anything. Thinking about this can help us let go of the past and focus on the present. We can see that the person who hurt us may have changed, and we can see that we can change and grow too. Metta, or loving kindness meditation, is a strong way to learn to be kind and forgive others. During this practice, we send well wishes and happiness to ourselves, others, even people who have hurt us. By showing loving kindness to someone who has hurt us, we can start to heal our hearts and better understand and care about them. Of course, we can agree that they deserve happiness and freedom from pain, just like we do. 4. Being there. From a Buddhist point of view, Being present is deeply connected to the practice of awareness. Focusing on the present moment without judging it is what mindfulness is. It means being fully aware of our ideas, feelings, and surroundings without letting them take over our lives. Being aware helps us stay in the moment, even when there are problems or things that come up. Mindfulness can be developed in a number of ways, such as through deep breathing, meditation, or body tracking. To be clear, awareness is not just a thing you do by yourself. It's a way of life. Whether we're eating, walking, or talking to someone, we should give our full attention to what we're doing. Being present means more than just being there physically. It also means being awake and aware in your mind and heart. We have to really see the person in front of us, listen to what they have to say, and feel what they feel. Being present with other people lets us connect with them more deeply and show them that they are important. It's not always easy to be present. We often think about the past or worry about what will happen in the future. We could get lost in our own thoughts or let our phones or other devices take our attention away. Getting into the habit of being present takes time and effort. Practicing being present can be done by grounding. This method involves focusing on our body sensations, like how our feet feel on the ground or how our breath moves in and out of our bodies. We can stay in the present moment and keep our thoughts from wandering if we pay attention to how our bodies feel. Active listening is another way to get better at being present. When you actively listen, you pay attention to more than just what someone says. You also notice their tone of voice, body language, and feelings. It means understanding and having empathy, as well as responding in a way that shows you care about how they feel. Letting go of our own plans and being open to the present moment are also parts of being present. It means being open to whatever comes up and not trying to change or control it. Being responsive, not reactive, does not mean being inactive or not caring. Don't think about the past or the future. Instead, place your attention on the present. Being present is a way to value the here and now and show love and appreciation for the people in our lives. Being present is another way to find peace and happiness inside. Being in the present moment lets us enjoy the little things in life, like the beauty of nature, the taste of food, or the sound of laughs. There is peace and happiness in our lives after letting go of our fears and stresses. Being aware is another way that Buddhism teaches us to become wise. You can see things as they really are when you are present. Your own thoughts and feelings don't cloud your view. It is possible for us to understand how everything is related and how short life is. This knowledge can help you feel more compassionate, thankful, and humble. According to Buddhist beliefs, one important part of love is being present. It's how we show others we love and respect them. And it's also how we grow in peace, happiness, and knowledge. You have to be patient and practice being present to make it a habit, but the benefits are worth it. 5. Helping other people. Buddhist beliefs stress the importance of helping others, which comes from the ideas of compassion and interconnectedness. It's not just a kind or generous thing to do. It's a deep statement of love and understanding. When we help others, we show that we agree with them about being human and that our own happiness is connected to their happiness. It is important to remember that helping others does not mean forcing our ideas or will on them. Instead, it's about giving them power and helping them find their own way to happiness and health. We are the only ones who can save ourselves. No one may or can. We have to walk the way ourselves. Listening is sometimes the best thing you can do to help someone. People can talk about their feelings and thoughts without worrying about being judged when we listen with respect. This can be very healing and energizing for people who are having a hard time. Helping someone out can make a big difference in their life, whether it's with money, time, or mental support. Helping someone is important, but it's important to do it in a way that respects their autonomy and honor. Ask the other person before you help, and always do what they want. Educating and giving people power is one of the best ways to help people in the long run. Giving people the information and skills they need to help themselves can lead to long-lasting change and encourage freedom. It can be hard to help other people, especially when they are dealing with complicated problems like addiction or mental health. You should be understanding and patient, and keep in mind that change takes time. Setting a good example is one of the best ways to help other people. We can get other people to follow the same ideas by showing kindness, compassion, and wisdom in our own lives. When we help others, we make a difference not only in their lives, but also in our own. Helping others gives us a sense of purpose and fulfillment, and it also helps us learn more about love and how everything is linked. For the same price of one candle, you can light thousands of others, and the candle will still last as long. When you share happiness, it never goes down. 6. Giving love without getting attached. Therefore, showing love without attachment is a way to get past this self-centered view and develop a sense that everything is linked. It means realizing that real love isn't about having something or being in charge. It's about being free and freed. People can be themselves without worrying about being judged or rejected when we love them without attaching ourselves to them. It's not always easy to love someone without getting attached. Our brains are wired to look for safety and steadiness, and we often mistake attachment for love. We might think that if we hold on tight to the people we love, we can keep them safe and make sure our own happiness. But this kind of love comes from fear and nervousness, and it can hurt both the person we love and the people around us. To show love without commitment, we must first become equanimous, which means having an open mind. The ability to stay calm and steady no matter what is going on is called equanimity. It means realizing that everything is temporary and always changing, and that holding on to things or people will only cause you pain. Being equanimous helps us love without letting our feelings or expectations get in the way. People can be who they are without us trying to change or control them. We know that our loved ones have lives of their own, and that we can't always watch out for them and keep them safe. To offer love without connection, we also need to learn to care about other people. Being compassionate means having feelings for other people and wanting the best for them. Empathy is being able to understand and share someone else's thoughts. As we show love without attachment, we must do so with a strong sense of compassion and empathy, knowing that all living things are linked and deserve love and kindness. Buddhist meditation called metta, or loving kindness meditation, can help us become more compassionate and empathetic. You can feel love and kindness for yourself, your loved ones, neutral people, and even people who have hurt you during this meditation. In this way, we grow a sense of love and kindness that knows no limits, free from the chains of attachment and expectation. Kindness means giving without asking anything in return. Being able to give without expecting anything in return helps us become less tied to things and more selfless. We know that our love is not something that can be bought or sold, but something that should be given to everyone. Giving small acts of kindness to others, like listening or lending a hand, is a good way to start being generous. Giving of our time and money to causes that match our values and views is another way to be generous. By doing this, we learn to be thankful for everything we have and spread love and kindness around the world. Giving love without attachment is a deep and life-changing practice that can help us see things beyond our own self-interest and grow a sense of how all beings are linked. It lets us show our love in its purest form, without the connection and expectation that come with it. To love without attachment, we need to practice being calm, kind, and understanding, as well as being generous and not caring about ourselves. We need to understand that real love is not about having something or being in charge. It's about being free and freeing someone else. Also, we need to remember that our love is not a limited resource that we should keep to ourselves, but a gift that can be given to all living things. We are almost at the end of our trip. Let us remember that love is more than what we say. It's what we do. We can show our love in its purest form by being kind, listening deeply, forgiving, being present, helping others, and giving love without attachment.